Yo, come in, sit down, and shut the door. What's up, Tattletales? How you doing? Listen, Pete Davidson has literally said he shut the door on Kim. And guess what? They don't even speak. When you see me in the streets, don't speak. That's literally pretty much the last words it sounds like that Pete said to Kim, y'all. He just gave a new interview. Y'all, this article was nothing but PR fluff letting us know that Pete is completely over Kim. He is single and ready to mingle, baby. How's he handling things? Now, listen, I get it. Pete can't come across as a cold-hearted vulture. But when I read the title, I'm like, wait, Pete was sad? But the more and more I read this article, it's literally him being like, anyway, I'm busy focusing on my career. We don't even speak. We don't even gotta speak. But you know what? It's a good thing. Y'all, let's get into this because this interview had so many nuggets. Let's get into this. But before we do, don't forget, I'm reviewing Real Housewives of Atlanta, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after the show. We're also having our 100K celebration. Yes. We're also doing what? A bunch of other stuff. Oh yeah, and if you like my stuff on Kim and Pete, go ahead and look at the Kim and Kanye playlist. Okay, let's get into this. Breakups are objectively pretty hard things for anybody to endure, but one can imagine that going through a split in the public eye is even more unpleasant. Pete's relationship with Kim likely wasn't easy to begin with, considering they lived on opposite coasts, and that Kanye West launched civil war against the Body Bodies actor. If they don't stop acting like Kanye challenged this man to a duel, it was Instagram posts. Are we ever going to address the fact that Pete literally stood on Netflix is a joke comedy stage that is literally broadcast to tens of millions of people and went in on Kanye? Literally made jokes about him being worried about his kids, called him Mr. Doubtfire, played the dog mess out of him. Yes, on a show that, yes, those children that Pete cares so much about are going to see. Man, get out of here. But he's sitting on the ball playing like trauma units. Stop it. They said, while Pete was apparently and understandably upset that the relationship ended, it seems like time and distance has started to change his view. They've been broken up for 2 weeks. You ain't even care about that girl. You're just trying to be respectful. Despite seemingly boatloads of chemistry after dating for 9 months, the Wizards actor, and you know what I will say, this is something planted by his people, I swear to God, because why is every sentence referencing a new project he's working on? Y'all better open up your eyes, the game on Promomo. But that's right, Kim used everybody for Promomo, even Kanye. So you know what, Pete, get it how you live it, right? He leaned on his co-star Orlando Bloom for support. We saw those pictures when Kim was trying to lean on Orlando for support too. Ow. Anyway, where is he? But Hollywood Life reports that he's come to understand why they weren't meant to last long term. A source who was reportedly close to Pete said, while Pete was torn up about when the split first happened, he's had some time now and is in a much better place with it. He sees that they're clearly not meant to be. They're from two different worlds. Now, we all know from those old things where where basically he was saying that Kim is low budget reality star and he's a serious actor and don't got time for her plastic world, right? I'm paraphrasing, but go look at my other video where I read the report and you'll see what I'm talking about, all right? They said they're from two different worlds, but more like two completely different universes. Pete does not talk to Kim now, and they pretty much had a clean break. They said chemistry was never an issue. You know why chemistry was never an issue? Because they never had it to begin with. I think those people that whole 9 months maybe got into it 10 times, maybe. And I'm not even joking. Chemistry. Listen, they look like two 13-year-olds staging what couples do when they like to touch each other. Anyway, other factors were at play in their breakup, including a 13-year age difference, which Kim was unhappy with. Let me get this straight. Kim pursued him. Kim bragged about, I heard that D was a 10 out of 10. Kim used them to antagonize Kanye. She did. And now you're unhappy that you're dating somebody 13 years your junior. You were bragging about how free you feel and how he has so much time to go with you to CVS. That was all game. Anyway, On top of their busy work schedules, Pete, here comes the promo, has a number of projects in the works since leaving Saturday Night Live. They were also in different places in their lives when it came to children. That's right. Kim had 4 kids under the age 10, looked at Pete's teeth and his face and said, I'm not going to roll the dice on this one. I'm just saying. The baby would be cute, but I don't know. You got Northy, you got Say, you got Chai. I don't know. I would look at those kids and be like, I'm not rolling the dice with Pete anyway, right? While the comedian said he dreamed of having a family of his own, Kim may not have been ready to take that step. Man, shut up. You mean Kim's surrogate wasn't ready to take that step because she was busy working for Khloe? Anyway, allegedly, right? They said Kim's kids had spent some time with their mom's boyfriend, and the foremost Saturday Night Live cast member, if they reference any more of his jobs anymore, seem to care a lot about them. Do you realize that they keep saying Kim, but every sentence with Pete is another project he's working on? Yeah, this definitely, in my opinion, came out of Pete's camp. I mean, it's my opinion. Let me know respectfully if you disagree with me. They said Pete even got a tattoo of their initials on his neck. The fact that Pete and Kim really pushed the narrative that Pete has the book of Narnia, the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran written across his body. And he got 5 letters, and you're trying to convince us that this was a big commitment. The only person that worked on was Kim's silly self. I talked to a bunch of child psychologists, and they told me that 100% it's healthy to introduce my children to a man I have only been dating, at least as far as we know, for 6 months, that is publicly feuding with their father. And not even 3 months ago, they saw their daddy at the house and we were a couple. And all these child psychologists said it was a good idea. Man, why do I feel like these child psychologists was Rob, literally with a mustache, sitting on the couch talking about, orale vato, I only get paid in Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. But yes, I will write you a note approving. Why do I feel like that, right? Pete got a tattoo. Even the people being like, Pete loves her. He tattooed her name on it. That would mean something if you had no tattoos or even a few tattoos. Pete has the Book of Narnia. It was nothing but game. God, I don't know what's going on with y'all relationships if y'all fell for that okie doke. Listen. Okay. And they're like, something Kanye West called him out for during a recent thing when he said, hey, Pete, how's the trauma unit, right? They also said dealing with Kanye was another issue that Pete dealt with over the course of the relationship. Pete, you used Kim for a come up. You act like Kanye put you through war when literally you got the spoils of war and bounce. Man, shut up. But again, I keep saying I feel like Pete used Kanye for an excuse to leave, when at the end of the day, he never was into Kim. I'll tell you one thing he was into. Pete, if you look at his whole Saturday Night Live's career, had a fixation with Kanye. He looked up to Kanye. Kanye made him feel emasculated. I feel like he low-key was jealous, kind of hated Kanye. And hooking up with Kim, someone Kanye loved more than anything, I feel like was such an ego boost. I think that's where the chemistry came from. The fact that you're looking at a hero that you hate to love, and the fact that you literally are defiling his wife in bed and sending pics of it. Man, anyway, right? They said while him and Kardashian were still together, he reportedly sought trauma therapy after the breakup. Peter's been in trauma therapy since he got out of rehab in 2019. He sees a therapist 2 times a week from what all the reports are saying. Second of all, Pete, you can't claim to be antagonized and making jokes about it on stage, having people laugh. Kanye's not allowed to be traumatized, or does he not? If he is not pricked, does he not bleed? I'm just saying. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about this. The way that people are acting, like the way Kanye was acting, was not, I'm not saying it was acceptable, but it was a normal reaction to someone that you love, you want to get back with, right? Choosing somebody over you and publicly flaunting the relationship. No, was it right? No, right? I would hope that, but I'm wondering why everybody, maybe I just know dysfunctional people. I'm just wondering why everybody was so shocked about that. Anyway, they said, Pete is now leaning on his mother and sister for support. While he can understand why the split needed to happen, he does not regret his relationship with Kim Kardashian. Because you're the one that broke up with her. He's feeling much better about the whole thing lately and relied heavy on his mom and sister for support. They know him better than anybody and know the right things to say to make him feel better. He learned a lot from his relationship and wouldn't take it back for the world. He has no idea what the future holds in terms of his romantic life, but right now it's taking a backseat to his career and it's on the forefront of his mind. Listen, they had a clean break. Y'all, I'm literally putting my money on it. Pete's going to start dating someone very, very soon. He's now saying, clean break. I see why it had to happen. I know you do because you're the one that did it. And he's literally scrubbing this plate clean to literally get with Kim. Y'all, no. Nah. Listen, I like the way Pete snuck this in here while Kanye was busy having the news cycle. But listen, all I can say is, yeah, all I can say. All right, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.